Hi, this is Mr. Richmond, and for this video we're going to be looking at how to determine the electron configuration of various elements on your periodic table. The thing that you need to keep in mind here is that our modern model of the atom states that we do not know exactly where an electron exists, but we have a general idea of where they might exist, and they might exist in these regions of space that we call orbitals. The first orbital that we're going to be focusing on today is going to be the s orbital, which you need to know that the s orbital, this region of space, can hold up to or have a maximum amount of 2 electrons. The p orbital can hold up to 6 electrons, the d orbital 10 electrons, and the f orbital 14 electrons. So that's the thing that you really need to know, is that s block or s orbital can hold 2 electrons, p 6, d 10, f 14. And our periodic table is actually organized similar in that fashion. If we separate all these elements into 4 categories, S, P, D, and F, if you recall, P can hold 6 electrons, and if you look, there are 6 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in each row of P. There are 2 elements in each row of S, 10 elements in each row of D, it can hold 10 electrons, and 14 elements in your F block. So I will give this to you on any test or quiz, but this pattern is going to help you identify the electron configuration of any element that I'm going to give to you. The thing that you need to know about this pattern is you are going to start with your S block. And all I'm doing is I'm going down the periodic table. So if I'm starting at row 1 or period 1, this is my S block. 1s, it can hold 2 electrons. That is now full. I need to go to my second period or second row, and this is going to be 2s2, 2p6. So if you see that pattern that I'm starting to go on, this chart is labeled to reflect that pattern. So I'm going to start with 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. Then you're going to get into your D block and continue that trend. So that's the pattern that you need to know. If I were to give you this chart, can you determine the electron configuration? It might make a little bit more sense with a couple examples. So we're going to start with sodium, which has an atomic number of 11, meaning that it has 11 electrons that we need to account for in this electron configuration. So I'm just going to follow this pattern. Start with 1s. S orbital can hold 2 electrons. And I have some math down here for you. So I've used up 2 electrons in that orbital. I have 9 more electrons to account for to get to my total of 11. I'm going to go to 2s2. Then I'm going to go to 2p. I have 7 more electrons to account for, so I can fill that orbital with all 6 of the electrons. Then finally 3s. I only have 1 more electron to account for. S could hold 2, so I'm going to end there, 3s1, because I only need 1 more electron to get to my total of 11. A good way to double check this, that you're correct, is you can add up all the superscripts. 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 2 is 9, plus 2 is 11, and that should match your atomic number of 11 for sodium. So if you want to look at your periodic table, again, sodium can be found right here. It's atomic number 11, and we are in row 3s1. Magnesium would be 3s2. This would be aluminum 3p1, 3p2, and so on. So you might be able to be picking up on this trend by now. Let's do another example. Cobalt, atomic number 27, meaning that you have 27 electrons to account for now. We're going to start with 1s2. I have 25 more to go. 2s2. 2p can hold 6. 3s can hold 2. 3p can hold 6. 4s can hold 2. I'm doing the math. I still have 7 electrons to go. If you recall, D orbital can hold up to 10 electrons, but I only need 7 more, so I'm going to end with 3d7. I can double check. 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 6 is 15, plus 2 is 17, plus 6 is 23, plus 2 is 25, plus 2 is 27. There is my atomic number of 27. I can double check on my periodic table. Here's where cobalt can be found. And this can be found in 3D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, that's all I was doing, was going down, following this pattern that, again, I will give to you on a test or a quiz, but following this pattern of 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there is cobalt. So I'm going to show you a couple examples that you can try on your own. So if you want to pause the video, I'm going to show you the answers in just a moment. So for magnesium, here's your final answer. Argon, bromine, and finally lead. So there's lead for you. I know this is a little bit tricky, but once you get this pattern recognition down, I think you can handle it. I hope this video helped, and good luck.